Hey, Tim Smith here with Waterville Valley Resort, President General Manager. I'm here with Emma Franz, who just got her White Cross on our National Ski Patrol. She went up through our YAP program, our Young Adult Patrollers program, and she started patrolling with us about 2 years ago. So we're here interviewing with Emma. We're having a conversation about, what was that experience like? And to me, it really hits home because my career in the ski industry started with the ski patrol and working with my family on a ski patrol in Michigan. So it's a pretty cool story that we have here, and I hope to share it with everybody in our Waterville family. So Emma, you just gave me some rundowns of like who you are and what you do, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. But like from that last conversation we just had, what stuck with you?
Definitely just helping out the community, like knowing what to do in case of that there's an emergency outside of the mountain. Yeah. And I would say my confidence has improved when it comes to medical scenarios, but also I'd say the mountain has helped bring me in because I'd say my ego is pretty big. And so when I first started out, I came in with a huge ego.
Sure.
And I got put down pretty fast because I realized I really don't know everything I thought I knew.
You're the daughter of a ski patroller,
yeah.
Right? So you have ski patrol in your background, just like I did when I was young, which gives a certain level of comfort on the mountain, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah, because you've been around it all of your life and your parents have been in the ski industry. But now you've come into the fold with the National Ski Patrol and being a White Cross, earning all of that credential. And I guess I just want a little more on your journey again of just, you started as a YAP 2 years ago, right? Can you give a little description of that YAP program again?
Basically, a YAP program was just to help me understand the mountain and the procedures of the mountain. And it was scratching the surface of first aid. And it was basically that entire first year, me being a YAP, was just me getting the idea of what actually goes on in ski patrol. So. And
then they got the hooks into you. And you're like, I want to be a part of this group. Yeah. So what's that dynamic in the patrol like? There's so much friendship and there's so much camaraderie. Is that something that you really desire?
Yeah. When I am looking at this mountain, I see such a good community, and especially for ski patrol, I'd say we're all such a good family here. And yeah, we always have our backs for each other.
Yeah, I think that's really important as you're growing up, right? You want to make sure that other than your parents, we all need that support system as we grow a little bit more. And I found that in my career of, being a young patroller at a small mountain. I always knew that when I was having a hard time, I'd go back to my patrol family, no matter if it was here, not here, I wasn't here obviously, but whether it was back in my hometown, in my home hill, I'd come home after being away at college and they'd be like, "Oh, Tim, what is going on?" And I still get it today. Yeah. I actually just posted a storm podcast. This is totally off subject. You probably won't use this, but but I just today I just had I was looking through Facebook when I got up, and my podcast thing that I just did came up, and one of my former ski patrollers from Sugarloaf in Michigan actually posted on it and how proud the old Sugarloafers are of me. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, that's family. That's really makes that family. So as a young person, having that and having that confidence to go through and having the road to get here was 2 years long. Yeah. And now you're looking at it going, I want more.
Yeah, 100%.
So this has set you up for a future, possibly medical, possibly ski, possibly, totally something different. But the tenacity it took to get here must have taught you quite a few things.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Can you elaborate a little more?
I'd say, I don't know, for me, I just learned so much more medical things than I ever thought I would know. Yeah. And it OEC really just stuck with me. I am always thinking now, if this person gets into an accident on the road, I know exactly what I'm going to do to help this person out. And that's honestly everywhere I go. Yeah. I think about that everywhere I go, and yeah.
That's pretty cool though, right? Yeah. Having that thought process, looking at the world in a different lens, changing your perspective a little bit. Yeah. It gave you a sense of purpose, a sense of place, I would imagine.
Yeah. I definitely it's a good bragging point at school.
You should, absolutely. You got to be one of the only ones at school that has ever done this, right?
Yeah,
I'm not just talking about your class because that one's obvious, but I'm thinking about overall, how many kids in high school have their cross?
Yeah, no one. It's just me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So hopefully many more as they start to see this information, because I think the important part of this entire piece is like, as young people get older, they need to find, outlets, and they need to find ways to express themselves in ways that you can feel like you fit in and feel like you have a family, feel like you have something purposeful. And I think through the YAP program, you found that, which is so cool. That's like a great spot to start, and it's really setting you off on a new trajectory in life that is going to help you for years and years to come. I mean, look at me. And then, you think about the other programs. Kids start skiing when they're 5 or 6, and they get into it. But everyone gets to a certain level in skiing, I think, where we just go to a point where like, okay, well, I'm kind of tapped out, right? Like skiing's not as much fun as it once was. I'm a teenager, I want to concentrate on something else. I want to concentrate on my basketball, or I want to concentrate on my writing or my theater or whatever it is. And there's conflict of interest that happen at that point. And a lot of times they have to drop something. A lot of times they drop their ski racing, or they drop their competitiveness in skiing, and then they kind of lose touch with it. And I think a big portion in my mind is that if we can offer something else that gives young people something else to do in the ski industry, whether it's the YAP program, whether it's ski instruction, because we have a really great young ski instructors program, or if it's with the adaptive program. I know they a lot of young people will gravitate towards the adaptive program, and they all have different levels of dedication. Getting your white cross, though, that's like a whole different level of dedication.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was 2 years of rigorous work. How many hours a week do you think you put into that?
During the OAC course, I was putting in, I'd say like 5 to 6 hours a week, just like studying and then doing the like in-person stuff. Yeah. And then I would go over to my dad's a lot, and I would like get some rope work with my dad, or he would just help me with like some extra medical work. And so I'd spend a good amount of time. Or
Great focus, though. I mean, you think about those things, like we were talking, the sling and the sloth of how to bandage up someone's shoulder if it's injured, and that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. You'll always know how to do that, right? And I bet you even have the patroller eyes now, where you're going, how can I make a brace out of that stick that's over there and some of the stuff that I have on 100%. Me, because that's part of the training too, right? So that's really cool. As we look towards the skiing aspect of this, and you said there's 2 parts, really. You have your medical, and then you have your on-hill skiing abilities. Was there anything that stuck out with you in that training?
So I've been skiing since I was 2.
Okay.
And like, I'm a super confident skier, and honestly, during the process of like understanding how to work the toboggan, super fun. Like, love 100% working.
Agree.
Yeah. It's my favorite part about patrol. Like, so great. Yep. And I don't know. If you are a confident skier and you just know how to work your skis, like, it's just going to be so fun for you. You're just towing a little something around. Yeah, for sure. So,
for sure. Who was your favorite instructor? Not to point names out, but I'm going to point names out.
I'd have to go either Dawn or Betsy.
They sit in your head, don't they?
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, Betsy does.
Yeah.
So does Dawn.
Oh, Betsy will definitely sit in your head, for sure.
Yeah, Betsy.
For sure. But what I remember, and I still have people, like as we're having this conversation, I'm thinking about people in my life that changed my perspective on things. And like so many of those changes happened while I was on the hill, while I was getting training. Like I remember this is probably 15 years ago now, but I've been on patrol since I was 15 years old. So this is not, that's 30 years. So it's a ways ago, but it's like half life, right? And I was struggling with my toboggans. Yeah. And there was one gentleman who pushed me and was like, you need to relearn your snowplow.
Yeah, they really bring you back to the basics, and it's super embarrassing, I'd like to say.
100%, 100%, yes. It's very humbling. Yeah. Like, I know how to do a 900. Yeah. What do you mean I got to learn a snowplow?
Yes. Yeah, it's like, that part is really draining and just not fun, but once you actually are in the handles, just working it, that's the fun part.
That's the fun part, for sure. Absolutely. And there's a little bit of that rush, that adrenaline rush, right? Like I'm gonna go run this, I don't know what's gonna happen. And like that is really an advantage for you at your age, is to experience that. Like that thought process of, I don't know what I'm going into, but I'm gonna go forward. And I'm going to make change, and I'm going to do things. What a lesson to learn, right? It's pretty cool. Sorry, I got kind of deep there. Okay, so we talked a bit about the skiing. We talked a bit about the medical. We talked about your friends. What do your friends think about where you're at?
Well, my other close friends, Mason and Lindsay, they they think it's super cool that I'm doing this, and they think it's super cool that I'm the first one to get across at this age. And I've almost kind of persuaded them into getting into the YAP program.
Yeah.
They've definitely thought about it.
Awesome.
And so I'm slowly getting my friends to get in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and my best friend Lucy, she's been by my side. She took the OEC class with me, and she started this day one with me. So
that's awesome. And she's progressing towards that too. What's her goal?
She wants to get where I am.
She wants to get the White Cross?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then EMT after that? Is she looking the same kind of road?
Yeah, we both want to take the class together, the
Awesome.
EMT class. Yeah.
So that emergency medical going towards that road and having this leg up, is just going to be a huge advantage for you as you go through that. I think that's, in my mind, that's what you got.
Yeah.
You got that confidence, you got that training. You're going to go in with a resume.
Yeah.
You're already going to have something on your resume of real life training.
Yeah. And my mom tells me that too because she was also an EMT. So I've really just had both of these things at me my entire life. But she's been telling me about the whole resume thing. I have such an easy lineup and such an easy way to get into that program. Yep. And yeah. And
that's great.
I tell everyone that's kind of interested in the program but aren't too sure, I'm if you want to do anything in the medical field at all, definitely join the program because it helps dip your toes into it. If you want to be a doctor, easily join this.
So I'm going to say the same thing, but I'm going to say it about the ski industry. Because if anyone has any interest at a young age about understanding how the backbone of the ski industry works and the backbone of the ski resort works, there is no better place than patrol.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys do a lot more than just pick up people as they fall down, right?
Yeah.
You do a lot more than that. So can you go into a little bit of that? What is your daily wig?
So we start the morning off with morning sweep. We're checking the trails for any issues like branches or holes in the trail. And then as we're doing that, we're also setting out slow signs experts only, easy way down, all those signs. And then throughout the day, we'll get some calls hey, this trail's super trashy. Can you close it off? We'll go close that off. And yeah.
See, that's one thing though, is you're setting yourself up for a future in management with that, right? Because in any sort of form of management, you're going to need to learn how to mitigate risk. And you're mitigating risk for the ski resort, and you're learning a lot about how to mitigate risk so you can be preemptive to make sure. But at the same time, it's a delicate balance, right?
Yeah.
Because if you were just trying to mitigate all the risk, you'd be don't put skis on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the first way to do that, right? Yeah. But everybody wants to have a good time. So you're in this position now where you're responsible for going out there and making sure you find that fine balance of making sure everyone has a great time on the slopes, but also at the same time has a relatively safe time, right? Yeah. What a great lesson. What an awesome lesson. So great that you're promoting it. Love that. Love the fact that you're promoting it. So can you give me your elevator pitch for the YAP program?
Literally if you like skiing and you're a strong skier and you want to maybe do something in the medical field, but you're not too sure how to see if you want to be in that field, do ski patrol.
Awesome.
And I always say how great the community is here. Everyone's there for each other all the time. And I always just make that very clear that it's a great community. No one's here to judge you. We're all here to help each other, learn from each other's mistakes. And yeah. That's
great. All right, now you got to give Lee a little bit of a shout out.
Oh yeah, Lee Smith, amazing guy. He's last year, this moment will stick with me forever. He pulled me and Lucy aside last year at the pond skim, and he was just telling us, he was man, you guys are family. I'm gonna miss you guys so much because it was the end of the season. Yeah. And he's just please, let's keep in touch. And so then we ended up doing a boat day one day in the summer. Great time. And he's just helped me so much throughout this entire process. And he's so supportive. I almost feel he could be up there in my father figures. Just definitely my ski patrol father, like 100%.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool, for sure. Well, thank you for that. That's wonderful. All right, so what do you think about Waterville? You know, your family's Gunstock, Loon, was it?
Yeah, Loon was the big one. I grew up skiing Loon.
Yep.
My dad
Sorry
was...
for that.
Oh, you're fine. But my dad was at Loon for like, I don't know, I think 30 plus years just doing ski patrol. Yeah. And so that's where I grew up skiing. But Loon's really big, really touristy. This mountain, it's getting bigger, but I see all these kids skiing around all the time, just like without a parent, and I'm like, you would not be able to do that at Loon because it's just, I wouldn't trust it. Yeah. And that just like really makes me think like this community is just so amazing. And I'm honestly really happy I found this mountain because it's like, it's busy, but it's also not to the point where it's not even fun to ski because of how busy it is. Yeah. And yeah.
Awesome. Good thoughts there.
Yeah.
So Emma, just to wrap this up, a little bit about like our similarity and what our background is at this point and how others can participate in that. So we have designed a program that really goes around bringing young people in and having them go through the ski program, whether it's BBTS or our seasonals program, and then you get to a certain point in time when you want to branch out. And through the SEED program, the SEED programs ran through our ski school, and they will show you a lot of different parts of that if you're part of it already. But if you're not, you can come in and start with our YAP program, or start with our adaptive program, or start with our ski school program. Depending on what you want to do, come to the mountain and check it out. That way you can experience what Emma here has experienced, and the way that she's been able to take this experience that she's had at the mountain and pivot it into her own life and make a real advantage for you as you move forward in life. I think it's the coolest thing ever. You know, so I want to high five you for sure. Congratulations on getting your White Cross and having so much fun with this. I think you're going to go an amazingly long way. You're obviously super motivated, and I hope this experience has been as good as it was for me, for you.
Oh, it definitely has been.
Awesome.